Next on the homeowner's best friend.
I was really waiting for a Neil Diamond song. I thought this can't be it. He was gonna hit Neil Diamond with that lead up from the last segment.
I feel so bad now because I should have done that. No, but Cracklin' Rose, that was a big hit for him. But people think it's about a flower, but it's about a very cheap wine that a group of people like to drink if they weren't getting dates for the night. Serious, a true story.
Jennifer had a great question.
Hey, if someone purchases and succeeds in getting a rose that they want, how do they get them?
They're from the auction.
From the auction,
yes. Do they have to come down and pick it up?
Yeah, Saturday the 25th at the Rose Garden. We're going to be set up with all the roses. You'll come down there and pick it up right there, 9 to 11 in the morning, and I'll have to send you a map, and it'll show you exactly where to meet us.
What if you work Saturday morning?
Well, you know, Ryan will take care of you.
Thank you.
There are some people that do work Saturdays.
I know. We miss all the fun.
And LeRoy, you have mentioned volunteering. A lot of these rose gardens, they're not maintained by a paid staff.
The Rose Garden of Mesa Community College, the college does the weeding, and the Rose Society and deadheaders do the pruning and do the planting of the roses. So volunteers are just essential, and that's one of the wonderful things about a rose garden is people can come and volunteer and perform a community service that they enjoy doing. And volunteers, it's really interesting to see the friendships that develop among volunteers, even families. Last fall, there was a foundation that had their families come to do some volunteering, and here were the adults pruning some roses, and the kids were asking each other math questions as they were pruning the roses. The other thing about the Rose Garden is the number of people who come and visit the Rose Garden for their graduation pictures, for their baby pictures, for all kinds of life events, weddings. And even during spring training, even though most of the roses have been pruned because it's early March, here are people from Chicago and across the country coming to the Rose Garden to see, and they're really interested in those roses. The other thing about the Rose Garden is it has, because of the horticultural nature of it, the college now also is an arboretum. And as an arboretum, it's a great place to learn about trees and even pollinizing species of plants for butterflies. So it serves a number of purposes, and Maricopa Community College is one of the only schools for urban horticulture in the valley.
Now, if I wanted to go see this Mesa Rose Garden, how do I get there?
The best way, it's on Southern Avenue east of Dobson. And the address is 1833 West Southern Avenue. It's easy to see. It's right along Southern Avenue, and the public is always invited.
So when I pull into park, I'm pulling in from Southern.
Yeah. You
yes.
pull in from Southern. There's lots of parking, especially on the Saturdays. There's really no students there, so there's ample parking. That's not a problem. You'll park right next to the gardens. You can walk through. The great part of the garden and what they can teach you there is if you are just getting started with roses, there's experts there that can teach you about planting, pruning, so that you can make the mistakes and learn there before you start your own garden. It's just a great teaching tool.
Well, thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us as we wrap up the final minute. What's important to you that we haven't covered yet for people to know about roses in Arizona?
I think I want to go back to Francis Roses. They have started a retail business, so you can buy roses directly from Arizona. Those roses started their life here. If you order from April and Ashley, the roses go directly from the farm to your house. There is no in between. So to me, that is a great thing that they've started. It's new January 1st. Great way to get roses directly that never leave Arizona.
Great. And we'll put that link on today's podcast page. Francis Roses, right out of Eloy, Arizona, relocated from the West Valley. Anybody that went along the 303 and Northern Parkway at the right time of year saw the hundreds of thousands of rosebuds that farm has now moved to Eloy. LeRoy, your final takeaway.
Enjoy roses because they are so rewarding, and you just have to start and then you get your reward.
And the best way to start right now, of course, either direct from Francis Roses or back to the auction, which is closing in, I got it here on my screen, exactly 3 days, 11 hours, 3 minutes and 42, 41, 40.
Yep.
Got the auction countdown.
It's going to be a rush that last hour.
Quick question, Ryan. What do you mean by April and Ashley?
April and Ashley is a retail website that was started by Francis Roses to sell their roses.
Thank you.
So we'll make sure and have that link up. Great question. I just assumed that's who you asked for when you call Francis Roses, April or Ashley.
They named it after their wives.
Perfect.
Rosie on the house. Every Arizona homeowner's best friend.